Hello students, today we will study about the discovery of electrons. Okay, see, there was a scientist whose name was William Crookes. William Crookes, in 1878 he discovered the cathode rays. See, William Crookes, he found that when an electric discharge is passed through a tube. Electric discharge means this discharge, it is passed through a tube. This is the tube, this outer one, this is a tube, and it will pass electric discharge. These are the electrodes, these two are the electrodes, and these electrodes are connected through a battery here. So if electric discharge is passed through a tube containing a gas, this tube here, inside this tube gas is present, and see, a gas which is at low pressure, the gas which is present inside here, its pressure is very less. At that time blue rays were emitted from negative plate. This is the negative plate, see, cathode. Blue colored rays will be emitted from this negative plate, and since these rays are emitted from cathode, that's why these rays are called cathode rays. Vacuum we will create, and then we will fill gas under low pressure. Two electrodes are connected here in this tube, and these two electrodes, they are connected with the battery. Now Sir J.J. Thomson, in 1897 he studied the characteristic and constituent of cathode rays. These cathode rays which were emerging from this cathode, this electrode cathode. Now he studied the properties of the cathode rays deeply, and he found that the cathode rays had the following characteristic. See, the first one, that the cathode rays, they were traveling in a straight line from cathode to anode. From cathode to anode, these lines were traveling in a straight line. This was the first observation of Sir J.J. Thomson. Now second one, they are deflected by magnetic and electric field. See, suppose we'll apply electric field here. If we'll put one electrode here outside this and one electrode here, and we'll connect these two electrodes again with another battery, making it negative and this positive. What was seen, that these rays were moving towards the positive electrodes. They were deflecting towards the positive electrodes, and since they were moving towards the positive electrode, it means, what does it mean? We'll study here. Okay. Here we'll just studying the observation. Now the third one, they have kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means motion they were having, and raise the temperature of a metallic object on which they fall. When these rays were falling on a metallic object, they were raising the temperature of that metallic object. So the three observations were, first one, that the lines, these rays were traveling in a straight line and were casting a shadow of the object. If any object will be placed here in between, then they were casting the shadow of the object here. Secondly, they were deflecting by electric and magnetic field, and they were attracted towards the positively charged plate. And thirdly, they have kinetic energy and raise the temperature of a metallic object on which they fall. So conclusion was, cathode rays consist of negatively charged particles. Now they are called electrons, but that time it was just known that they consist of a negatively charged particle because they were deflecting towards the positive electrode. Atoms of all types contain same particles, electrons, and irrespective of how electrons are emitted, they are all identical, and this was noticed by taking different gases inside it. See, irrespective of the nature of the electrode or gas used in the discharge tube, whatever is the nature of this electrode, whatever is the gas which is filled inside it, but they were all they were showing the similar type of properties. when such apparatus was set up. Electrons are produced which had a unit negative charge and a negligible mass. See, this point is very important. The electrons which were produced, they had a unit negative charge. Unit negative means -1 charge and a negligible mass. Mass of an electron is not counted when we calculate out the mass of an atom. It's negligible. Okay, this we'll study later on also. I'll explain you deeply. Since atoms are electrically neutral, an atom, if we talk about as a whole, an atom is electrically neutral, and this was discovered that it is containing an electron which has negative charge, and we know that an atom is a neutral. It means some positive charge must be there, due to which the atom was coming out to be electrically neutral, or due to which it was becoming neutral. It means if electrons are present there, if some negative charge is present over there in an atom, and in spite of being that presence of that negative charge, the atom was electrically neutral. This shows that some particles which are positively charged, they are there in an atom, and this led to the discovery of protons. Okay, so there are what the points we have studied here. The first one is that the rays or the particle, they were moving in a straight line from negative electrode to positive electrode. When an object was kept in between this, they were casting the shadow of that object, and they were increasing the temperature of that object also. If any metallic object was placed in between, they were increasing their temperature also. And when electric and magnetic field was applied here, they were deflecting towards the positive field. This was showing that the rays are negatively charged particles, and these negatively charged particles, now these particles are called electrons. They have mass, negligible mass, and charge -1 unit negative charge. And since an atom as a whole, it is neutral, and if it is containing the negatively charged particle, it means that some positively charged particles are also present in an atom. Okay, mass of an electron, it is equal to 1/1837 of the mass of the hydrogen atom or proton. Charge on an electron, it has unit negative charge, or 1.602 into 10 raised to the power -19 coulombs. So this was about the discovery of electrons. Thank you.